Woke video games are going broke faster than we've ever seen before. There's been a lot of layoffs already this year, and new ones from Bungie are causing quite the stir on the internet, and it's really their own doing. It is. Bungie has been one of these terrible companies that has screwed everybody on every level, and we're going to make fun of them real quick. All right. My name's John Arroz, everybody. Please hit the like and subscribe button, and make sure to back my Kickstarter right here, which is a wonderful graphic novel, science fiction, lots of action, adventure, and fun. You'll love this. This is a great alternative to, of course, a lot of those corporate properties out there. So I appreciate you for supporting our work. This link's in the description below for you guys to check out real quick. And we've been so successful so far, 21,000 already. Really appreciate you for being there. Okay. So former World of Warcraft team lead Mark Kern, a.k.a. Grums, reacted to Destiny developer Bungie, announcing it was laying off about 17% of its staff, saying these layoffs are self-inflicted. I 100% agree with him on this. This is pretty obvious. Bungie CEO and chairman Pete Parsons announced the layoffs on his blog post, saying, due to the rising costs of development and industry shifts, as well as enduring economic conditions, it has become clear we need to make substantial changes to our cost structure and focus development efforts entirely on Destiny and Marathon. He then declared, that means beginning today, 220 of our roles will be eliminated. Yikes. Representing about 17% of our studio's workforce. These actions will affect every level of the company, including our most executive and senior lead roles. Wow. He later stated, I realize all of this is hard news, especially following the successes we have seen in the final shape, but as we've navigated the broader economic realities over the last year and exhausting all other mitigation options, this has become a necessary decision to refocus our studio and business with more realistic goals and viable financials. Now, all of these companies have so many diversity hires at this point, so many HR department people, so many people to push these like DEI learning opportunities and things like that, that I think we're going to see layoffs everywhere in these departments as people realize that like a lot of this stuff was just grifting 100%. We're seeing this sort of thing as there's been layoffs across Microsoft. There's been layoffs across various other companies as well, and especially in the video game journalist industry. It's been just hitting the tip of the iceberg. There's going to be a lot more coming in the next few months as a lot of these games start to fail because people are just too fed up with all the agendas that are put into these things. Parsons explained other two changes to the companies. First, we are deepening our integration with Sony Interactive Entertainment. That's not a good idea. Working to integrate 155 of our roles, roughly 12%, into SIE over the next few quarters. SIE has worked tirelessly with us to identify roles for as many of our people as possible, enabling us together to save a great deal of talent that would otherwise have been affected by the reduction in force. Doubling down on Sony, integrating there. Second, we are working with PlayStation Studios leadership to spin out one of our incubation projects, an action game set in a brand new science fantasy universe, to form a new studio with PlayStation Studios to continue its promising development. So I guess they're ditching some new games. Parson then went to explain how Bungie got to the point where it appears to be completely imploding. He says, over 5 years, it's been our goal to ship games in 3 enduring global franchises. To realize that ambition, we set up several incubation products, which seeded the senior development leaders from our existing teams. We eventually realized that this model stretched our talent too thin too quickly. It also forced our studio to support structures to scale even larger level than we could realistically support, given our two primary products in development, Destiny and Marathon. Additionally, in 2023, our rapid expansion ran headlong into a broad economic slowdown. Hey, I thought everything was great in the economy. Joe Biden's been telling me this for a long time. What's happening? A sharp downturn in the games industry, our quality miss with Destiny 2 Lightfall, and we needed to give both Final Shape and Marathon the time they needed to ensure both projects deliver the quality our players expect and deserve. We were overly ambitious, and our financial safety margins were subsequently exceeded, and we began running in the red. Oh my. This is a lot of corporate gobbledygook to say our games have sucked lately. People aren't buying them. It's going downhill real fast, and we have a bunch of staff here who are just dead weight. After this new trajectory became clear, we knew we had to change our course and speed, and we did everything we could to avoid today's outcome. Even with exhaustive efforts undertaken across our leadership and across product teams to resolve our financial challenges, these steps were simply not enough. As a result, today we must say goodbye to incredible talent, colleagues, and friends. Despite these massive layoffs, Parsons attempted to be optimistic. Bungie will continue to make great games. We have 850 team members building Destiny and Marathon. We will continue to build amazing experiences that exceed players' expectations. There will be time to talk about our goals and projects. Today is not that day. Today our focus is on supporting our people. It's quite the opposite of supporting people. So here's what Mark Kern says about the whole situation right here. He says a lot of Destiny players moved on to First Descendant, which currently has double the amount of players online on PC alone. Bungie celebrated Pride and called critics bigots. First Descendant celebrates Summer instead. This is a pretty big deal right here. So here's First Descendant on Steam. They love to say these Steam numbers don't matter, but they're very, very accurate as a reflection. You can see that Destiny numbers dipped under 100K. And look, here we are celebrating Pride Month with Bungie's Pride collectible pin, accompanying code with infinite prismatic emblem. Oh, so stunning and brave, my friends. For the month of June, each purchase will be donated to a groomer group, as usual. So as these companies start to focus on this stuff, they will try to push their gay agenda into everything, into these shooter games, which I don't know if you want to push trans agendas into shooter games. I mean, they seem to already be having some problems on that level, but that's another story. The audiences hate it every single time. Every single time this is pushed, you just see abject failure. Nobody playing games. Everybody going and walking away from this kind of stuff because nobody wants to deal with this on top of everything they have to deal with in real life when it gets to more of this stuff. So he detailed Bungie became incredibly political and woke over the years, while the quality of their downloadable content started to slip dramatically. Yep. And the CEO did mention that the Destiny 2 content was low quality. I mean, that he admitted to it in this statement. You rarely get that kind of admission from a CEO like this. They always maintain that everything's the highest quality. It's the gamers who are wrong. So this must be a really, really bad thing for them right now. He continued that DEI, which emphasizes checkbox hiring over merit, has profound impacts on a studio. When you start promoting and hiring activists, the product suffers. What is happening at Bungie is terrible, but many studios also realize that they took on too many activists. The smart ones are prioritizing layoffs and trimming the fat. He then noted Destiny was losing money. Bungie was running at a loss prior to the layoffs. The layoffs were going to be around 500 people, but they managed to transfer 155 to Sony and 75 to start a new studio. So that's actually, if they have 850 employees and they've cut about 17% and they transferred to 155, we're talking a layoff level of 30 to 50% right here. Huge. So here it is. 1,300 people were there. And they're down to 850 now. Crazy. So he also commented on a post from Manga Lawyer that highlighted Parsons' official account on X, which has a bunch of DEI crap on it right there. There it is. DEI rot starts at the top for Bungie. And here's this post. Bungie CEO, the communist LGBTQ symbols, the audacity of promoting be kind while firing 25% of your workforce. They always do this. I see these people with these like fake pins and hats that say "Make America Kind Again," and then they're the same people out there who are shouting down everybody, calling them bigots, trying to life ruin people. And of course, now he's this guy who's just cutting a large percentage of his workforce, making it so they don't even have the ability to provide for their families. But think about how kind he is, and think about the social justice he's promoting. Wow. So this guy's catering to the same type of people who will ultimately eat you alive. This is what happens when you prioritize sending a message over quality. It's beautiful to watch. So here he is. This guy, this is their CEO right here. What a piece of work. Immediately you can see this. Be brave, be kind, F racism, and social injustice. Oh, please clap. That's so amazing. And you can see that like as he's talking about his roles and all that matters to him is the agenda. And yes, Bungie's going to continue to sink if this agenda is still going. These games are going to be dead on arrival. you can't really come out of this trap until you just wholesale get rid of the people like Pete Parsons are the ones who need to go. But we'll see when that happens. We're just at the tip of the iceberg of this stuff, guys. These profit numbers are going to continue to collapse for these big companies that hired all these weirdos. The games are going to continue to fail. And we're about to see a big sea change in the video game industry. It's happening. Just stay away from the DEI games, and it'll keep coming. Leave a comment down below with what you think about this. Hit the like and subscribe button. Make sure to check out my Hidden Emperor graphic novel on Kickstarter today. Thank you guys so much. We'll be back soon.